Goobers, episode 2 with Brandon.
Nathan.
Santiago.
Jupiter.
That
It's
really
gonna be
changes every week, Sean.
Yeah, is that going to be like a
You're gonna
consistent...
run out of
Yeah,
names pretty
that's
soon.
gonna be the running gag.
Alright. But, wait, we're having complications here because less than 30 seconds ago, Sean was just snacking on some animal crackers. Just full-on lip-smacking ASMR type stuff on a whole bag of, like, generic off-brand welfare animal crackers.
You're going to keep going back to that welfare joke.
You know what?
You're not
It's not original, but, like, it describes, you know, like, how cheap they are.
It's just a common adjective now.
It is. It is for me. But
This man
I like lip smacking.
is so
That was
mean. He won't respect my wishes to just
yeah, she.
not do that.
I literally was eating animal crackers.
You shoved it in your mouth and you're like, nah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't groan like
hates
that.
Okay,
Nah, you were really
so,
into it, man. It was.
So, today we'll be talking about
Animal
books.
crackers.
Yeah.
Books.
What's your
Everyone
guys'
just
favorite
left.
flavor of animal cracker?
Monkey, I'd have to say.
Oh, I'm monkey.
Because you can bite their heads clean off, and it's so satisfying.
That's a little bit sociopathic.
A
I
little
have to
bit,
agree,
but like, just try it. Just trust me,
Try
guys, try
you
it.
end up like using your feet to pick up stuff like your hands. And you slowly begin to grow a tail. What about you, Sean?
I don't know. Depends on the brand.
Depends on the number.
Sometimes it's penguin. Sometimes it's elephant.
What about on those ones you were just snacking on?
Ooh, gotta be elephant.
Elephant?
Elephant.
Yeah, it would be elephant.
It would be elephant.
It would be elephant. I like the lions. They give me strength. Make me feel powerful. I eat them and I feel like I can, like, lift up the whole school. You know?
Lions can't even do that in real life.
I don't.
No. Oh, have you
don't
never
know.
seen one? Until you see one attempt to pick up a school, then that just means that they probably can't. But they
How do
don't
we
want
know
to.
that
Wait.
lions exist? Have you
So-
ever seen one?
Have you ever seen a lion? No. Nathan's out here trying to formulate a thought between our mess of.
Yeah, I
nonsense.
can't even start. You know what? On that note,
Nathan's not doing his
On that
task.
note,
today
books.
we'll be talking about books.
And not animal crackers.
Half the audience just
Unfortunately.
left.
I mean, no.
Yeah, now that we're not talking about animal crackers,
Yeah.
our audience is gone.
I feel like the only people
Our
still
parents
here are
left
English
because,
teachers.
like, we don't have kids that don't read. The only book Brandon's read is One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Yes,
that should be enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna start referring to myself in the third person.
I think
now.
the joke would have been funnier if you would have messed up the title.
It wasn't a
I did, in all honesty.
joke. It wasn't a joke. He's
No,
being
the joke
completely
is-
serious.
The joke is that I haven't even read that book.
Oh, I get it now. Haha, funny. He's illiterate.
Okay.
I'm a literal.
You're lucky I don't know how to spell that.
Okay, what's everyone's favorite book?
Everything I Never Told You. It's a good one.
What's the title?
It's Celeste, and then I don't know how to say your last name. It's just NG. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's...
I'm not gonna make that attempt.
I think it's like... I don't even know, but it is a really good book. Like, most of the time when I read a book, I don't want to go back and reread it because it's boring, but that one is just one I'm willing to just read over and over and
It's
over
like
again.
watching a movie again, you know? Like, you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but that one is just, it's so good. I
What's
love
it
her.
about?
It opens, and I think the first line
Yes, that's how you read
is...
the
The first line, I'm pretty sure, is Lydia's dead, but they don't know that yet. And so it's about this girl who obviously dies, and the question is, why? How? And then it's about her family, too, and everything that kind of led up to what happened, so...
Spoil it for me. Who's the killer?
It's the butler.
No.
It's Sherlock Holmes.
No.
He's in every single one of those murder mystery stories.
No, she actually committed suicide, but the end of the book makes it seem like she wasn't trying to actually kill herself. It's really weird. Yeah, it was so good though.
Like when you're trying to get like that piece of bread that's stuck in the toaster out with a metal fork, you know, like you didn't mean to electrocute yourself, it just kind of happened.
No.
Have you done this before? It sounds like from experience.
It was a very big jolt. It hurt a lot, but you know what?
Oh,
In the end,
that explains your hair.
Don't try that at home.
I got my toast. It was a bit burnt, a bit metallic, but
So, all right, that's my favorite book. Anyone else want to go?
Sean's is probably the Bible.
No, it's not the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Okay, what is it then?
It's probably Calculus of a Single Variable,
No.
8th edition by Larson, Halstetter, and Edwards.
That made you cry. Calculus of the whatever that.
Calculus of a Single Variable, 8th edition by Larson, Halstetter, and Edwards.
I mean, same, but I don't think we're going to count that as actual literature.
It's a book, and it has words.
It also has
Yeah,
numbers,
those
which makes
words
it.
just happen to be half number pictures. Duh.
It does have full sentences.
But, like, actually, do you have a favorite book?
I have a couple that I do like. To Kill a Mockingbird was good. When we read that in English.
It was good.
That
But
was good.
It was okay.
It's overrated.
I would not
I
want
think
to.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
know what
agree
really
with that.
is way overrated? The Grapes of Wrath.
Oh my god.
That
how is
book
that overrated?
Everyone
That is
hates
way
it.
Everyone I've
overrated.
talked to hated it so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, but
except the teachers.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
literally you
as
go
hated as the
online and it's like a top 10 in the world
Okay,
bestseller.
yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, people are like, I want my eyes to bleed today. And then they buy that book.
And it works every time.
Yep.
It literally every 3 chapters is just repeats itself.
I hate Frankenstein with a passion.
I love that book.
That one
Okay,
was good,
the
though.
original Frankenstein was good because it really made you think of how the story has changed over time. Because now it's just become, he literally has no sense of intelligence whatsoever. But the
Yeah,
original story he was Einstein.
I don't even remember that much of it. I just remember I enjoyed it.
I remember a good bit of it, and I didn't even have to read it for class, but I just ended up not liking it.
I think it's interesting to see the relationship between like parent and child kind of, and how society and also your parents affect you so much that you become the way you are. Like, I think it was just interesting to see the development and growth of the characters.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Book Club.
That's basically what this is.
But I thought it was pretty good. I think most of the people's problems with like classic literature is we definitely don't speak like that anymore,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
why
kind of makes me want to cry.
That was my main. Why? Because you want us to speak like that?
No, when I read it, it makes me want to cry because it's kind of hard to understand at some points. But if you just read it really fast, then you can appreciate
If
it
you
more.
just read it like an auctioneer talks, then you'll be able to understand it in this
Yeah.
Makes
modern day newfangled English.
Brandon, you brought up one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. That reminds me of Ted Cruz's Filibuster.
Oh, that's great. I love it. That's my favorite book. That how he stands there for 23 hours, 24 hours?
Yeah, hold on.
I usually have my fighting boots on, but now I have my talking shoes, or whatever he said. And he started going on about how his dad made him the fluffiest, whitest pancakes.
Oh, no, wait. He read Green Eggs and Ham.
Green eggs
That's
and
what it
ham.
was.
Ted Cruz is my president.
I have no idea what you guys are talking
Neither
about.
do I. But could you please not lean back in your chair so far? With the desk right behind you, you're giving me
feel
anxiety.
like
Okay,
that would
Nathan.
make
Fall backwards, there's only
Nathan.
4.
Do you remember how last year in government we learned about the filibuster, where basically if they were going over some ruling in government, they could stand up there and literally say anything.
Yeah.
And as long as they didn't leave the podium, they could say whatever they want. Ted Cruz stood up there for 21 straight hours.
Every syllable
And did
he
nothing.
slaps his hand off the desk.
Yeah.
And he read Green Eggs and Ham to his kids.
What?
While he was up
Yeah.
there. He's like, to my kids watching at home on television, I'm going to read you a good
It
night
doesn't
bedtime story.
sound that hard to go up there, especially to a person like me, who like just does that normally. But like to go up there and stand there for 21 hours as like probably a 50-year-old.
Do that normally?
Yeah, who does?
Goes up there and plays 100 levels of Candy Crush and narrates each move.
You see, this is why I want Ted Cruz as president. Because any man who can do that has the cojones to take on China, you know?
Oh boy.
That will go in the politics episode, but
So,
Yeah, we'll save that for another day.
yeah.
what's your favorite book, Nathan?
My favorite book. I don't know. No, that was too ahead of my time.
I was too...
50 Shades of Grey.
I wasn't ready to. Oh
50
God.
Shades
no.
of Eeyore.
Oh, stop.
Please, poo.
I don't know.
Stop it.
I enjoyed The Hobbit, but right now my favorite is The
Hobbit.
Shining.
Which
The
out of the
Hobbit.
98 boring books of The Hobbit did you enjoy?
The good one.
I
It
got
was like one.
I
What
got
do you mean?
20 pages into it and I fell asleep. It's so
The Lord of the
terrible.
Rings is slow and boring. The Hobbit.
The
all
Hobbit,
boring.
the
is
Hobbit's,
so much
the
better.
'Cause the
Hobbit's
Lord-
the one where the little people come into
Oh,
his
the little
house
people.
and he lives in a hill, right?
They're
And
Yeah.
he's like,
people.
"Oh my god, so many people at my house. What an adventure. Time for dinner." Or something like that, and it's just 20 pages of just, "Oh my god, why
All
did
they
you
do in The Lord of the Rings...
I mean that's the intro.
I hated it. It was so boring. I could
It's
not
not
get
even that
past
long
it.
of a book.
All they do...
I
what do you-
know, and 20 pages of it was dedicated
But why
to
is
us.
it that
Here's the-
bad?
I hate
It was
that
just
entire
so bad.
series because 98% of it is just walking, right?
Okay,
you get down to
that's why I
brass
hated
tacks,
Lord of the
it's
Rings. I
just
couldn't get through it.
I'm stealing this point straight from Clerks too. This is why Lord of the Rings sucks. First, I'm going to use movies that are books here, but like first movie, walk, walk, walk. Second movie, walk. Oh, but now there's trees walking.
Oh.
Third movie,
Okay.
walk up, take off. My finger fell off. Well, time to the volcano. Whoa, what a very climactic story. This is the greatest mind of our generation telling us that walking makes a good story.
Brandon just described what I was trying to say about the Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
It's literally-
walk.
75% of the book is them driving.
It's just a like I have more fun going on an actual walk than reading that book about them walking, you know?
I agree with you on Lord of the Rings. I really tried to get through that book, but it's so boring.
It's long and
But
boring.
The Hobbit, I love that book.
I
Even
love
the
Hobbit,
beginning?
Lord of the Rings.
Yes, I love every aspect of that book.
Me and my
Maybe
18th
I just have to
Now-
reread it because I think I was reading it in 8th grade. Maybe my
Yeah, your
brain
8th
has
grade
matured.
sophisticated enough for all the walking I was about to entail.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think I like The Shining better now, but then again, I haven't read The
Why
Hobbit
are
in a
you
few
laughing?
months.
I forgot that was a book.
I just got
It's a good
recommended
book.
the 38 best
It's very
and funniest
long, but-
for dummies books.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was
'Cause
just on Google.
You're a dummy.
My least favorite of For Dummies books is that there's a book as thick as the Bible for running a marathon.
What?
And that's yeah. I forget whose house it was at, but I was at somebody's house and I just see on their dining room table a big book, really thick, running a marathon for dummies. How stupid are you that you need a book to tell you how to run for a long time?
Maybe
what-
it's like
Okay, there is a
techniques and
lot.
stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot you should know, but like, just look it up online.
Exactly, you don't need a book
You don't need
for that.
an encyclopedia
Even in the
length
days
book.
that there wasn't the internet, you didn't need a book as thick as like this desk right here to tell you like even thicker, like two of these, right? To tell you like how to run a marathon. You'd go up to someone who runs marathons and you'd ask them, "Hey, what do you do?" Or you just go run in one and you learn from experience.
You don't just go running a marathon just
You
to
run in,
see
like,
how
the-
it goes.
You run in like the shorter ones.
Yeah, like a 10K or something.
Yeah.
But
I use freedom. Not stupid European
sorry,
measurements,
about
use freedom.
50 cheeseburgers.
Oh, see now you're okay. I get that. That's freedom units.
Just like 5 miles.
5 miles. All right, that's what I was thinking.
That's still too many for me. I ran
If you're
around
planning
the
on
block
running a
and I twisted
marathon.
my ankle. because my dumb self was like, haha, I'm running. So when I stop so that I can start walking, because I alternate, I'm like, I gotta touch the stop sign, which was in grass. So I switched from the sidewalk to the grass, and there's a hole, and I twisted my ankle. And it took like 2 months to heal, and I'm like, I'm never running
God.
again.
Really running
Ever.
around this Goober. SMH my head. You gotta get Nathan in here, the professional runner, to coach you.
To not trip on your ankles.
Yeah. Just give it a
I
left,
mean, I can
right,
also
left,
teach you
right,
how to
right,
hit a
right.
sign.
Since you just say
Even
don't
though I
trip,
actually-
period. Just don't at all. Don't trip.
I mean,
No matter what
yeah.
you do, don't trip.
Yeah.
Do not.
If you have a choice, don't
just
don't trip.
You have a choice.
Just don't fall flat on your face all around.
If you're in the middle of a
It's just a
trip and you
suggestion.
stop suddenly in midair and you're like, should I continue or not?
Yeah.
Decide not to.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Okay, so back to books.
No.
You don't like the book on running. Is there a book that you do like?
Yeah,
hate
wait.
them all.
Can we hear some positivity out of Brandon today?
American
Is there, have,
social.
have I ever talked about something I do like outside of Freedom Units and Ted Cruz and Andrew Yang?
Oh, we did talk about Ted Cruz, that's
yeah,
right.
but no, I do like. There's two books that really tickle my fancy. One of them is like this weird indie novel that I found in like the 7th grade through a YouTuber I watched. It was like one of his. I don't even think you can find it on like anything now. It was like called Baron of the Bloodwoods, and it was really cool. It was a mid to high fantasy novel that followed 3 groups of characters. One that was like a bounty hunter, 2 twins that were escaped slaves and outlaws, and then another one that joined like some kind of weird rebel group that was like slowly conquering like the entire continent. Like he swindled his way into
That
it.
sounds like a very interesting novel.
It is. The guy stopped writing like the second one because it was just it got too lengthy, and it's like, man, I really don't have the motivation to write like another.
Just stop.
Yeah, no, I really don't have another. I don't have the motivation to write, another book that's like 2,000 pages long or whatever.
Dang, that's
But it
a
was
lot of pages.
really cool.
Yeah.
I remember.
How many what is 2,000 pages in Freedom Units?
2 hours because I listened to the audiobook.
2
It was
hours.
like not 2 hours, probably like
I thought you were gonna
5.
say like, oh, stack of pancakes.
stack up it. About 5 spicy chicken McNuggets from McDonald's, but no, I
Not
did the
How
audiobook.
fast was that person reading? Because I've seen audiobooks last 8 hours, and
I-
the book's only
I
500
actually
pages.
think it was like, because it was anywhere from like 6 to 10, but I just used 2 as a base mark. I don't know why, but yeah, the only reason I listened to the audiobook was because A, better than reading,
And
and
B, you're illiterate.
that, and also because the YouTuber I liked was narrating it. So,
That's pretty cool.
but yeah, no, it was really cool because with the subplot of like the bounty hunter people, they were going after another one of their like other bounty hunter people that like got lost off the map until like more or less is the medieval equivalent of walking to Antarctica by accident, and they're like, all right, go find his body, and then they like get lost. You discover like a whole new continent, Christopher Columbus style, but without the natives. And then like it's a boy and a girl, and they fall in love. The other ones are twins, and they like end up ruling a kingdom through like somewhat subterfuge. And I can't remember. This is like I listened to it in the 7th grade, so I'm really struggling to put 3 and 3
It
together.
doesn't sound like you are. You're giving a pretty detailed plot description.
Yeah.
My gift is just rambling, Nathan. You know this.
You're just making this up. This isn't
I-
actually a book. Yeah, the reason you can't find it
I
online
wish
is because
I
it
was.
doesn't
I'd write this-
exist.
I wish I could write this book. It was a good book. But another one I like is Lord of the Flies. I like that one a lot.
I've never actually gotten around to reading that.
We read it this year in normal senior English, which I hate this year because the class is so boring. I don't want to pretend to read Beowulf for the 19th time. I can fake.
Read it. It's
I
not
don't
that
have
long.
to because all the answers on any of the quizzes she's gonna give us. I can just look at them like, all right, which one's the manliest one? You know, what one do I pick here that like really gets my
she's not listening to
testosterone
this.
pumping? And that's how I got a perfect score on the last 2 quizzes, by just picking the one that sounded the most manly.
Wow.
And that's just Beowulf, you know? But yeah, I like Lord of the Flies. The whole thing of like, the whole concept of a bunch of kids getting stranded on an island
That's cool.
is.
Don't
yeah.
take that too far, Brandon. Don't get
You're
any
gonna get us
thoughts.
stranded
Don't
on
get
an
any
island.
ideas.
That's our
I
next
can't say his
episode. Our
name,
next
but-
episode is us.
All of us were
On
stranded
an
on an island.
We
Yeah,
could be on an island now. You wouldn't even
Bass
know.
Pro Shop Island. Good old Jeffrey. I need water. God, I
Okay.
drank all my water before the show started, and I'm really regretting it since all I do is just waste oxygen during this like 20-minute timepiece.
So I think that about wraps it up on books because I feel like none of you particularly enjoy books
I enjoy books. The Shining is an amazing novel.
because as soon as we even mentioned it, y'all were like,
Well, yeah, because
Oh, no.
because trashing on books for fun is fun. Like, yeah, books are cool. I love reading and listening to books more than listening.
that sounded so fake. You're like, yeah, I love books.
Yeah,
Books.
book good.
Yeah, like some sort of Neanderthal.
SpongeBob, we have technology. You know, but
That was violent and
Yeah.
unnecessary.
yeah, but I like
No, it was necessary.
audiobooks more than reading books. But still, like even like mega nerds that I know who like only read books. That's like their whole personality. Still trash on reading books because it's lame.
It's not lame.
It's kind of lame.
It's not.
You seem
lame.
like it's a very good and efficient thing to do with your time. You should read books, but doing so makes you look like a grandma, even if you're a man.
I am a grandma.
What if I'm using my nook?
I thought I was about to say I am a man.
No, but I like books, and I think reading's enjoyable.
It is.
I like.
I feel like everyone
and
very
that's okay.
low key agrees.
I like listening to audiobooks on 1.5 speed better. Because
Yeah.
it gets through it faster.
Yeah.
So I can do something else while
That
still
explains why
listening.
it
That's
takes
what
2
I do
hours.
most of the time. I just follow along as he's going.
Alright, that about wraps it up.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks for listening, you guys.
All
See
one of you who are still here.
We'll see you next
Very,
week.
very optimistic of you, Sean.